not vlogging.
No, it is.
No.
Here.
Hi.
Oh, no. Whole lot of gang. All right. So, welcome back to El Vlogo. Today, you guys haven't seen this yet, but I ditched the Charger. Put that in another video. But I have a 18, sorry, Civic Si, and we're actually changing the grill out today.
Yeah.
So this is the factory one. Get out of here. This is the factory one. It's gonna more so look like that grill, but up here, whole thing. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So to start, there's a whole plastic panel here. You gotta pop off all the clips around, and then there's a rubber strip that goes across this whole thing. That has to come out. Once you pop those out, there's little black clips in these holes. You gotta stick like a little flathead in it. Pop those clips on each side, and this slightly comes out. But I'm like afraid. I don't think it's kind of connected, but not really. I don't want to pull it. Do the same thing on this side, and then once you do that, behind the bumper there are two screws that you want to pop out on each side, and then the bumper pulls out this way. You want to pull towards yourself. To the car, and once you're under here, the screw that has to come out on this left side, it's a 10mm, followed by all the clips.
Roll the clip.
Ray's taking out right now. This is Ray, by the way. Hello. Once you take out those clips, there's also a hex screw. I believe it's a 5mm if you have a hex head, but if not, an Allen key should work. But I'll let you know when we're done. Shut up. All right, so now once you get all those clips out, we have everything over there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab this side and basically pry it out, using both hands, obviously. And then there's also gonna be a clip here and a clip here right under the headlight that you want to use like one of those like plastic prying tools to pry off. Otherwise you'll damage your bumper with like a regular screwdriver or something like that. You want to be careful with that because you can break them and then the bumper won't sit flush here. So we'll show you what that looks like afterwards. All right, so we got the bumper off. So the one thing you gotta be wary of is when you're pulling from here, pull straight, don't pull upward, because you'll end up like breaking this clip. We didn't break it, thankfully, but just pull it straight out, and you'll see that's gonna get stuckish kind of here. But that's actually this clip right here, and this clip right here. You have to lift it up. We used this pry tool. And make sure you just put like painter's tape around, just for like bumper and paint protection. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna stick it between the light and basically push up on this clip, and it'll release it and just kind of like pull forward a little bit. Once that comes out and you know that clip's undone, do it for the next one, and you'll see this whole side is gonna pop out. I watched another video, but basically just put one clip, well, two clips, on the top of the bumper, because when you start pulling that side off, it literally will just fall off. So take that side out, and then I would do it with two people, but if you can't do it with two people, you're doing it by yourself. Just make sure you unplug both fog lights, because basically you'll break the harness. Now onto the actual grill installation. All right, so next up, we're inside. Now to take off the grill, it's literally six screws.
No, 8.
No, 6.
No, 8.
6
No,
screws.
there's one there.
1,
Oh,
2,
rip.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, so 8 screws. Stand
8
corrected.
screws.
So just pop this off.
Pops off. Screwdriver.
Again, this is the old grill, and then this is the new one that's gonna be going on. And I got some carbon fiber badges to slap right in the middle there. It's gonna be type cute.
Oh.
So after about 30 minutes of struggling with that, it was 8 screws in total going across this, but there's a clip here, a clip there that you have to pop out, and then there's what, 5 across the top, 6. There's 6 across the top. So one there, 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 and there, and there. This one, for whatever reason, wanted to be a pain. So when you're pulling it off, just be careful, because if these tabs break, fitment on the next grill isn't gonna be so great. All right, let's get this new one on. Okay, so when it comes down to actually reinstalling this new grill, this piece goes on first.
Yep.
You bolt that in. If you have an SI or a sport hatch or something like that that comes with the black grill already, you can just use the eyebrows that come on this grill. It's just one clip back here, and it literally just pulls off. If you don't have that, what you're gonna have to do, where's the right, these are the old ones. What you're gonna have to do is there's a whole bracket along the back side of this that you're gonna have to unscrew and basically transfer over to the new one. But obviously you don't have to do that if you have an SI or sport hatch. So let's get this back on and back on the car.
Yep.
All right. So depending on where you get this grill from will determine how easy or not it is to get it back in. I bought mine from eBay, so I actually had to drill the original like placement screws along the bottom edge with a 1/4-inch drill bit, and then put all the screws back in because they wouldn't go in. And then once that occurs, bring the bumper obviously back to the front. Don't put these eyelids back in yet. That's one of the last things that you're gonna do. And
So you have to take the bumper off, or you could do it from the bottom?
no, I'm not taking the bumper off again. Then what you want to do is align it, but don't pop any of the clips in yet. Get one of these push pins, put that in so that the bumper is not going to fall off. And what you want to do is basically align the bumper in, and you want to do one side at a time. Basically push it in from here, then there, and then downward. But once you're going to get to this position, this is probably the hardest part to get back in, and you can't be soft with it. So retain that clip back in, and then basically just like manhandle it and just hit it with your palm, and it'll pop in. Do the same with that side. Then remember, put these two screws back in. Oh, and also make sure that this fender liner is rip, and the camera got cut off. Anyway, just make sure you get the screws back in on both sides of the fender well. Make sure that the fender well is actually under the bumper. And then once you get that in, just make sure everything's all buttoned up. We just put the eyelids in. It's not as hard as like I made it seem when I was just doing it with him. It's really simple. You just go upward into it, and it clips right in. Just make sure you get all your bumper clips, this whole rubber trim, and then just make sure you put all the bolts back in, and I'll show you the finished product when we get it off the stand. So finally got it all put back together. I don't have the SI badge anymore, but it's fine. But good fitment, doesn't look that bad. Got the carbon fiber badge on there now. Pretty successful. Only took 3 hours. Shout out to Honda Fab and the worst bumper install ever. Perfecto. Until next time.